In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some keys for getting booked and paid to speak. Because again, you can have the best message in the world, but if you don't know how to get booked to speak, you're not going to be able to share it with very many people. Definitely not in a live setting. And while there's a more in-depth process that goes into this, I want to share with you in this video some very surface level key tips, things you need to have in place that allow you and give you the best chance of getting chosen by meeting planners to get booked to speak. I'm Brian Fleming, the founder of UseYourStory, and I've been getting booked and paid to speak for over 16 years since coming home from fighting the war in Afghanistan, and I've been booked to speak over 500 times. Yes, over 500 times. I know what I'm doing here, and so I'm glad to share this with you. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, go to useyourstory.com and grab the free Share Your Story roadmap. I'm going to show you step by step a very simple way to make your first $500 speaking. This is free. I'm not charging anything for it. I'm giving it to you for free. So go grab that at useyourstory.com. Now, I know in other videos I'm beating this first point like a dead horse, but here's the thing. So many people don't get this, and it affects their ability to get out there and share their story through public speaking. And it is identifying a very specific problem that you solve. When a meeting planner is looking for speakers and they come onto your website or they see something about you, they have to be able to understand how you can help them. And one of the best ways to do that is by talking about how you solve a problem that they deal with. Because then they go, oh, this isn't just some generic speaker. This person actually talks about solving the problem that is a thorn in our side and we're trying to help our people overcome. So that makes you relevant. That takes you from like number 1,000 to like maybe the top 15 speakers they might be considering hiring to speak. And so this is really important, identifying that specific problem that you solve and that you help other people solve. Again, I know I beat this point like a dead horse and all the other videos too, but I can't say it enough because for the first 3 or 4 years, I actually wasn't doing this. I was still getting booked to speak, but I have kind of a unique and really kind of insane life story, and that kind of helped. But bookings and everything went way better once I got clarity on this particular specific problem I help people overcome. So that's what you want to do too. The next thing you want to do is actually identify specific meeting planners. I want you to think about what industry or what groups of people exist out there that you could go speak to where your message is relevant and helpful. People who deal with the problems that you've overcome yourself and that you can help them overcome. Think about where those groups are. Write down a list of all the groups of people that exist that you can find anywhere and everywhere where those people are present. And then what you want to do is you want to find out who is in charge of those groups. These are often called meeting planners. And these are the people who book and pay you to speak. These are your customer. A lot of people think that, well, just the audience members are your customer. No, not always. If you're getting booked and paid to speak, the meeting planner, one person. In my experience, it's usually a lady in her mid-40s from the Midwest. That just seems to be the case. I don't know why. But with everything I do, it tends to be, it's that one person. So you want to identify who is in charge of this group of people and has the power and the money or the influence to book speakers. Identify who those people are specifically within those groups or organizations or associations or whatever it is, that list that you made. This next point should not have to be said, but I have to say it. Show up to the event prepared. Yes, prepared. Like you actually prepared a speech the right way because you learned how to do it the right way. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a place where you can go get that. But you want to show up prepared for your speech, knowing that you have something good put together that's helpful and compelling and is going to help those people in your audience get some sort of outcome that they're trying to get. And by the way, don't just think that you're so good that you can just, quote, wing it. Meaning, I'm just going to get up on stage and start talking and, whatever, it'll work out. Look, if you're a rock star or a major celebrity or a pro athlete, you can sometimes get away with that. But I even know a lot of meeting planners who absolutely hates having celebrities or pro athletes come in and speak because they tend to ride on their credibility of being famous, and they say their speeches just absolutely sucked. And people couldn't relate, even though they had a story, nobody really knew why they were talking and Good for you. You sound like you're amazing. You're successful, but it didn't mean anything to the audience. All right. So that's why this is important. Don't ever show up to a speech not prepared, thinking you're just going to get up on stage and wing it. If you've given 1,000 speeches on something, 500 to 1,000 or more speeches on a particular topic, that is where I will give you permission to do this. Because at that point, you've done it so many times, you could probably do it in your sleep. It's in your subconscious. It's in your muscle memory. And this is not an issue. But if you're in this program, if you're watching this video to learn how to share your story through speaking, you are not that person. So yeah, I don't even do that with newer speeches I develop, even though I've done this so many times myself. The next thing you want to do is when you reach out to these meeting planners, you want to make sure you are the easiest person in the world to work with. My number one goal when I'm talking to a meeting planner is to be the easiest speaker they have ever worked with. You wouldn't believe some of the stupid, annoying stories that my meeting planner friends tell me about some of these other speakers they have had come in, and they have all these demands and they're difficult to work with. You know, they only fly first class, even though nobody's ever heard of them. Their ego is so in it, and it's just a pain in the ass for the meeting planner. And even though the person might have been famous or maybe did an okay job or even a good job, I literally have friends who are meeting planners who say, I don't care how good they are, I never want to work with that speaker again. They were a pain. But when I show up and I make life easy for them, they always end up saying, almost always, something like, thank you for being so easy to work with. And I tell them, you're welcome, but I also tell them, by the way, that's like a core value of mine. That's everywhere. One of my core values, one of my core missions is always to be the easiest speaker you've ever worked with. Because I'm busy and I don't like difficult people, and I'm sure you don't either. And guess what? Then they want to rebook me for next year's conference or their next thing because I speak on something that can help them, maybe something else, a different speech, but they also know I'm easy to work with. So this can get you repeat bookings if you're easy to work with. Meeting planners want to know that you're credible, that you are low risk, that you're not going to make them look bad, you're not going to say something stupid on stage, and you're not going to bomb your speech. All right, they're not going to tell you this, but this is exactly what they're afraid of. A speaker saying something stupid that makes them look bad in front of all their peers and their superiors, and the speaker just bombing. The audience not being able to relate, nothing really helped because it reflects on them because they booked you to speak. So one of the things you can do to help raise your credibility and let them know you are lower risk is have some speaking footage, some video of you speaking somewhere else. Everywhere you go, every time you speak, get any video you can. It doesn't matter if it's on your smartphone or a professional camera. Record everything you can humanly possibly record because this pulls that brick out of the wall of many bricks of opposition they might have. It helps pull that next brick out of the wall. It makes them more comfortable with you. They can hear you talking. You can hear me talking right now. You can get a feel for who I am. Am I just saying this stuff or do I actually know what I'm talking about? Am I a jerk or am I helpful? Am I humorous? Do I have a good personality that people would like? Do I have something about me that's charming? Am I funny? You can sense all that because you're watching a video like you are right now. We'll soak in the meeting planners. And the last thing I'm going to advise you on this, there's a lot more to this, but this is the last thing for this video. Get a speaking mentor, somebody who has done what you're trying to do successfully and knows how to do it. That's why I created this channel. This is why I created the Use Your Story program, because I've had so many people, just like yourself, ask me over the years to personally mentor them, but I can't meet the demand because personal mentoring, I only have so much time in a day. So what I want you to do right now, I want to tell you about something. And I'm not going to hard sell you or pitch you, hard sell you anything. I'm just going to tell you about something that exists that I created for you with you in mind to help you stop struggling and know exactly what to do to get started in public speaking, sharing your story and making a difference. And yes, even being able to get paid to do it. If you go to useyourstory.com/SYSMC, it stands for Share Your Story Mini Course. It's going to be on the screen if you're watching the video here. This is a mini course. This is a simple, it's not long, it's not several hours long, it's not a huge commitment, but I just open the doors for you. And I show you the very first things you need to do right now that will ultimately end up in you getting booked to speak. And this could work in the next few days, the next few weeks. If you apply it, it will work. It just depends on how much you apply it and how much work you put into crafting yourself as a speaker and putting in the effort for yourself so that when you reach out, people see the value of your message. And it's very simple to do. This is very simple. So go to that website right now, and what you're going to learn is this. You're going to learn how to find and contact literally hundreds of meeting planners that are either in your area, in surrounding cities, surrounding states, all over America. I have a video walkthrough where I show you exactly how to do it and how I've actually done that. And I've gotten booked to speak and made money doing it, whether I was speaking for a fee or even speaking for free and still making money. Yes, I talk about how to do that too. Your speaking fee is not the only way to make money as a speaker. I give you a very simple, easy to follow, copy and paste email template. You can literally just copy and paste these words into emails, first, second, third, fourth email, reaching out to these meeting planners, and you just take my name out and put your name in. Take out my topic and put your topic in. It's easy. And these actual emails have actually ended up getting me booked to speak a lot. So that's also included when you go to that website, and you'll see some different things I have on there for you. I talk about multiple ways you can make money at each speaking engagement. Again, whether you're speaking for a fee or for free, and you're going to get unlimited lifetime access to the course. So again, go check it out. It's very low cost. It's very easy to follow to get booked to speak and share your story. Just go to useyourstory.com/SYSMC, which stands for Share Your Story Mini Course. There's a link right below. Go check it out, and I'll see you there.